Hey y'all, welcome back to this is the finale, Love After Lockup. I'm sad to see it go, but did y'all see the previews for Life After Lockup? Life After Lockup is gonna be good too, but we gotta wait till January 3rd for that one, okay? So this was a 2-hour season finale. It gave me everything I needed, okay? This was called Takana Convict, Wedding Crashers, and Cheetahs, okay? We had a little bit of both, okay? So, well, not really, okay? So first we're gonna start off with Gloria and Alex, okay? So, Gloria and Alex, from the last episodes that we saw, they haven't been doing good. You know, the last time we saw both of them, Gloria was trying to get some money, some extra money for her wedding dress. So she was working a car show, and Alex had crashed that and was like starting to fight with her for no reason, okay? So now Glorietta, this scene opens up. Glorietta's with her mama. They are looking at her wedding book that she had made. Glorietta has to tell her mama what happened at the car show. She's like, look, mom, he came to the car show and he came there and he was asking why I don't love him. Why I do love him. And I told him I loved him, and he kept just, asking, and he got, it wasn't enough for him. Her mama crazy. Her mama was like, yeah, that's because he doesn't love you, and like, why, yeah, you're getting married to him, like, that isn't that enough? Like, what is going on? Like, you know what we should do? We should go ride up on him, okay? She says she thinks that Alex has a secret life, okay, that they don't know about, and that's why he's acting the way he's acting, okay? And so what does WeTV do because they are just messy and petty? Okay, we cut to Alex and his double life, okay? So we cut to Alex. He is meeting up with Juliana, his ex, okay? And we see her walking in with a red dress, and she's looking, she know what she's doing. She got the red dress on, it's a little tight. I was like, okay, girl, this is for like a meeting with your ex dress? Okay, girl. So we know what the tea is, Juliana. So she walks up and he's like, "Oh, that red dress looking good on you, girl." Shoot. And I was like, okay, so this isn't good. So they talk, and he's like, oh, he gives her a gift. He gives her she's like, what is this? What is it? And he's like, it's something special. It's something, a memory that we used to have together. Open it up, okay? So she opens it up, and it is a yearbook, okay, from when they were in school together. And she's looking through it, and we see an old picture of her. She was beautiful then, she's beautiful now, okay? I was like, girl, what's up? So she's happy, she's giddy about it, and so they proceed to walk, and he gets to singing again. I thought we was done with Justin Timberlake, at the beginning of the season. No, he brings it back. He's like, great minds, ooh, they think alike, ooh, they think alike, yeah, girl. I said, okay, so Juliana's trying to be nice. She's like, oh my gosh, who'd you write that for? Like, what is that about? And he was like, yeah, I wrote it for Glorietta, but we've been going through some things lately, okay? We haven't been doing right, okay? That's why I'm here with you, girl, okay? So then we cut back to Glorietta and her mama, okay? They're like, let's go pull up on him at Kano's house, okay? That's what Glorietta's mama's saying. And Gloria's like, well, he hasn't given me a reason not to trust him, so I trust him. I believe he's over there. So, I mean, we can go pull up, but, I mean, I really think that he is doing what he needs to do, what he says he was doing, okay? And she was saying that he didn't come home that night or whatever, so she just assumes that he's at Kano and Dawn's, tow business, okay? And so, so the next scene we got Glorietta and her mom, and they ride in the car, okay? Glorietta's mom is psyched. She's like, look, we're about to ride up on him. If he is where he is, I don't believe he is where he is supposed to be, but, we're going to see, okay? And Glorietta looks nervous. She's like, you know what? I mean, I hope he's at Kano and Dawn's little tow trailer, but girl, I don't know. I said, okay, girl, we're about to find out, okay? So they get to the business, and Glorietta like sees the RV where he's supposed to be. She's like knocks on it, it's locked. She's like, he's obviously not in here. She calls his name, nothing, okay? She goes to like the front desk where Dawn is, okay? And Dawn has customers in there. And she's like, hey Dawn, like, I'm trying to find Alex and I can't find him. And Dawn is like, oh, you can't find him? You know what? We need to go speak in private, okay? Because we ain't gonna do this in my place of business like this, okay? So they go speak in private, and Dawn is just looking all types of guilty. Dawn knows what's going on because we already know that Dawn knows about Juliana, and she knows that Alex had met with Juliana before, so she knows, okay? So Glorietta tells her like, I'm trying to find Alex. I could call him, but I just want to see where he's at. I'm pulling up, girl, okay? And Dawn is like, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know where he is, girl. And she's like, Glorietta asks her if he's like with a girl or something. And Dawn is like, I mean, no, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But and Glorietta's like, can we ask like Kano? And she's like, girl, Kano would lie for him, okay? So you know what I could do? I could call him. And Glorietta's like, yeah, go ahead, call him, okay? And so she tries to call Alex. It goes straight to voicemail, and Donna's like, oh, thank goodness, girl. He didn't answer the phone, girl. He didn't answer the phone, so I don't know where he at. And then all of a sudden, Dawn's phone starts to ring, and Donna's like, please don't call right now. I don't need this drama, okay? So she's like, it's him, girl. And so she answers the phone, and she's like, hey, what's up, dude? And he's like, hey, yeah, what's up? I'm on my way to your house. And he's like, you're on the way to my house? And he's like, wait, who is this? And she's like, it's Dawn. And he's like, oh, girl, I didn't have your number saved in my phone. What's up? What's up? And she's like, whose house you going to? And he was like, nobody. I ain't going to nobody's house. So like, where you going? And he was like, well, I'm going to the Limelight Bar and Cafe. And I was like, wow, why would you just give that precise location? Why wouldn't you be like, yeah, I'm going to the bar? He was like, I'm going to the Limelight Bar and Cafe on, 10th and 1st Street. I was like, oh, Lord, okay. So she's like, Dawn's like pointing the phone to like Glorietta, like, girl, that's where he at. If you want to pull up, that's none of my business, okay? But I did my part, okay? And so Dawn proceeds to ask Alex. He was like, no, she tells Alex that, your girl's looking for you. And he's like, girl, what girl? That's none of my concern because, that's not my girl. She may think she my girl, but that's not my girl, okay? And, of course, he is on speakerphone, and Glorietta is hearing all of this, okay? So Glorietta's like, I know you lying, girl. I got my mama out here. I'm about to be embarrassed. I'm about to look a fool, okay? I said, yes, baby. So, Glorietta goes back and tells her mama, what they have found on the Scooby-Doo mysteries, okay? And so Glorietta's mom is like, girl, I told you. Like, I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, you don't deserve this. And, let's go pull up on him. And so that's what they're about to do, okay? Her mom's calling him the devil. She's like, no, he's not the devil. But he shakes hands with the devil, okay? He's on the same page as the devil, okay? So, yeah. I was like, okay, mama. They pull up, and of course it's easy to spot them because they got cameras with them, girl, and they have to be on the patio. So she pulls up. Then we get at the other side of the view. We see Juliana and Alex, and they're on like the patio, of course. And Alex is like, "Ooh, girl, them lips, they luscious, girl, them lips, they just look so good. I just want to kiss them, girl. What's up?" Okay, I said, "Okay, girl." So, so Juliana's like, hold up, like, what? So what about you and Glorietta? And he's like, I don't really like, I don't want to be with her no more, and I just have to tell her, okay? And speaking of the devil, Glorietta pops up. She's like, okay, like, are you on a date? Like, what's going on? Okay, like, what's going on? Are you on a date? And she asks Juliana if she knows that they're engaged. And Juliana's like, yes, I know that you guys are engaged. He has told me. He has said once in conversation that you were engaged. Yes, I know. I said, okay, girl. So Glorietta proceeds to talk to Alex. She's like, Alex, if you wanted to break up with me, you should have done that So do you want to still be with me, or like what? Like what's going on? And Alex is like, well, I don't want to be with you no more. And this is what this is all about. I don't want to be with you no more. And she was like, so you're just gonna end it like that. She came, this was the most calm pull up I have ever seen, okay? She was being very calm and respectful to Alex, okay? And Alex was being rude, okay? He was like, you can go, deuces, you can go, get out of here, whatever. And we see, I didn't know that mama was right there listening to this whole thing. So mom was right there, and she's like, don't talk to my daughter like that. And I was with her with this one. I was like, girl, don't be, I mean, you're being extra rude, okay? Like, she's trying to be nice to you. You could have, like, had a rational conversation with her. But no, you want to tell her deuces and get up out of here, okay? So I can't vouch for what mama about to do next, okay? So Alex and mama have, like, back and forth words or whatever. And he tells mama, like, you can get up out of here too, B. And I was like, okay, you done woke up the sleeping giant, baby. You done woke up. You done woke up the clown, because she is coming back to bite, okay? So Gloria's mom gets up. She's like, don't call me that. Don't you be ever disrespectful to my daughter. And she, like, throws the drinks at him. I don't know how many drinks she threw. She threw like 2 or 3 drinks at him. And he keeps calling her bees and whatnot. And so she puts hands on him. I said, look, y'all better stop putting hands on people that can't put hands back on y'all, okay? Because he was kind of tussling with her a little bit. I was like, don't do it. Don't, all these security officers and all these camera take, you better not touch that woman, okay? And so, yeah. So Juliana's like, oh my gosh. He put me in the middle of this. I didn't even, like, this is a deal breaker for me, okay? The security comes. They pull Gloria's mom off of Alex. Gloria's like, mom, don't do this. Mom, don't do this. Like, let's get out of here. Don't even bother. Don't even worry about it, okay? I was like, girl, your mama came to fight. We could see that from the first scene I saw her. She looked like she was ready. She'd been ready to fight Alex, okay? So this was just her opportunity to do what she had to do, okay? So, yeah. What else happened with them, y'all? That was pretty much it. I mean, Juliana said that she was done with Alex. You know, Alex was like, I'm done with Gloria. Her mama was like, girl, I wish I would have beat him to the ground. I said, girl, okay, girl. Yeah. So Gloria says that she is still going to date prisoners because she doesn't learn. I mean, I can't say that she hasn't learned her lesson. But Gloria she seems like she is just so lost when it comes to this dating and love thing. So I wish her the best, but girl, you're doing too much, okay? And then all of a sudden, we get to talking with Alex, and Alex is like, you can't really, you know, when you're one way with somebody, when you don't see them and it's just letters and everything, and then when they act a whole different way, it's just so surprising. You know, I didn't think she would act like this. She was one way when I was locked up, and then she was another way when I came out. So it's just blindsided me. And I was like, you're speaking of yourself, okay? Because last episode, you started to fight with that girl for no reason. You knew you didn't want to be with that girl. You wanted to be with Juliana. Talking about how luscious Juliana's lips was. You was wrong, Alex. That's just all it came down to it, okay? You should have told that girl you didn't want to be with her no more. But you didn't, okay? So that's on you, boo. So you was the one that switched up, okay? So then we get Alex singing again. Ooh, I'm out of these. I'm free from the prison walls. Ooh, yeah. I'm out here living my life. Ooh, yeah. I'm free like a bird. Ooh, hey. I said, girl, stop it. Stop, okay? We've had enough of this singing. Can you stop? I mean, he doesn't sound that bad. But it was just, he sings at the worst times. I'm like, we didn't need this, okay? Just write us maybe put this in a song or something. Maybe I might digest it a little better. But these random outbursts of song, I was like, girl, don't do this, okay? So this is the finale. They tell us what has happened, you know, with them. Alex has gotten arrested for multiple felonies. I said multiple felonies? Maybe this was some like previous felonies, because can't he have done multiple felonies in the time that he has been out? I'm like, dang, I mean, okay, girl. So, Glorietta has reconnected with one of her exes. Okay, she said the clown has come back to bite because you want to connect with one of your exes. I've connected with one of my exes. Okay, so I said, well, good luck with that, sis. So that was Gloria and Alex for this season, y'all. I don't know if we're gonna see. I don't know if we're gonna see them for life after lockup, or if we're gonna see Glorietta ever again. But Alex, it might be a while before we see Alex again. Okay, so Angela and Tony. Okay. Angela is just all happy. Tony and her done did what they had to do, okay? And she is bringing some beer to Tony. Tony's outside, playing with the little motorcycle, okay? And who shows up? We know Donna Faye. Angela told us from the last episode that Donna Faye was going to stop by and see what was up, okay? And basically check Tony, because that is exactly what she did. She came and she was like, what is this? What are y'all doing with this little bike right here? And Angela was like, well, I bought it for Tony. And Donna Faye was like, well, that was real stupid. Okay, like what does he need a bike for? He don't even have a job. So like, why would you buy him a bike? Why could you just buy him a regular car? Like that's like a motorcycle, sis. Like I don't get it. Okay. And so Tony is right there. He's like, you mad because you didn't get the motorcycle? And she was like, well, I'm not mad. I didn't get the motorcycle. I just don't want you taking basically taking all my sister's money, okay? Like, what is the tea, okay? And so Angela's like, let's go sit down and talk about this, let's just go sit down and talk, okay? And so they go sit down at the patio. Her and Donna Faye are like by themselves for a little while, and she was like, well, Donna Faye tells Angela, girl, you stupid, okay? He snumped in, he taking all your money, and he done ran out on you before and been deceitful before with another woman. And you still up here buying him motorcycles and everything, girl, you're stupid. And I don't trust him, okay? And Angela was like, well, why don't you tell Tony, come here. Donna Faye says you're using me. I don't understand what she's saying. Let's just all be out in the open about it. I don't want to bring mess to it. But Donna Faye says that you're using me, okay? And Tony's like, well, I can understand how you say that, but I'm not using her. I'm not. I don't get where anybody gets that from, okay? And Donna Faye is like, well, I think that you are a hustler, and you've always been a hustler, and you didn't have anything back where you came from, and I think you came over here to hustle my sister. And he was like, well, I did have some skills whenever I was back where I was, and she was like, was one of them taking people for granted and using them like you do with my sister? I said, wow. I mean, Donna Faye did not come to play with Tony, okay? Tony, he was like, well, that's your opinion, girl. And I said, yes, because Angela is still going to be with him, Donna Faye. So, Donna Faye is trying to take up for her sister, but until Angela takes up for herself, baby, there's nothing you could do, girl, okay? Tony admits to being a hustler. He's like, I'm a hustler, but I'm not hustling Angela. And I said, well, I'm not done. We're not done with your scene yet, but we're going to see where the hustle comes in, Tony, okay? So we get another scene. We have Angela driving, okay? Tony calls her. She's like, babe. He's like, babe, meet me at the lake, okay? So she's like, okay, I'll go meet you at the lake. What does he have prepared at the lake? He has a surprise for Angela. He has some champagne and some flowers he done picked up by the lake, okay? And he's like, he says to us that he feels like he hasn't appreciated Angela enough for all that she has done, and we're like, duh, okay. So he's like, I want to propose to her. So he proposes to her, and Angela is loving it. Okay, this is everything that she has wanted and more from Tony. Okay, so she's like, yes, she was mad that he kept this as a surprise because everything is a surprise with Tony because he's a liar. Okay, so but she's still happy, and he tells us, it's going to be hard to be faithful to Angela. It's going to be so hard to be faithful to Angela. It's going, it's like moving mountains to be faithful with Angela. I said, wow, Tony. Tony tells us that he has a hold on Angela. Okay, he has a hold on her, and he feels like she is so attracted to him because of his good looks and his youth, and so he can do whatever he wants to do. Okay, so we see them drinking champagne out the bottle and toasting it up and having a good time. The next scene we got, okay, Angela is in there making sandwiches in the kitchen. She is smiling. She is just so happy with her life and everything. She's so happy to be making sandwiches for her boo, okay. She's putting too much mayonnaise on these sandwiches. I said, ease up on that mayonnaise, okay. So that's a lot. So that's too much, okay. Put a little more mustard on there or something. Girl, that's way too much mayonnaise, okay. So she's making lunch for Tony because Tony says that he has he had some therapy sessions while he was in the halfway house, and he said it worked wonders on him. So he's still doing them. Okay. So he is supposedly going to these therapy sessions. Angela waves him off goodbye. She's like, good luck with your therapy session. She asked him, like, what do y'all talk about in the therapy sessions? And he's like, that is confidential information. I said, girl, this is about to be a mess, okay? I already knew what was going on, okay? So, we see him. He says, he tells the camera, I have to make a quick pit stop to see some friends real quick. Just real quick, okay? Just real quick. He drives to the motel where he was once employed, okay? And he tells us in the camera, like, y'all have to stay here because this motel in particular has a strict no camera, no WeTV, no Angela policy. So y'all have to stay here. I'm so sorry about this. Y'all stay here. I have some business to handle. Okay. So we see him he still has his mic on him, okay? We see him enter in the room and a girl says, hey, hey. That's all we hear, okay? He's like, hey. And so they go in the room, and he's in there for a while, okay? And so the WeTV, they zoom in on the door. We see the do not disturb tag on the door. I said, oh my gosh, okay. So then we cut to like the security camera footage, and we see that Angela has called him while he's in the room with this woman, okay? And she's like, hey, boo, how's your therapy session going? And he's like, oh, girl, it's going great. I'm learning a lot today. I'm learning a lot. And she's like, oh, boo, I'm so glad. I'm glad this is really working for you and it's helping you. And he's like, it is helping me out a lot. It is, okay? And so I said, WeTV, y'all are so wrong for this. He knew he had that mic on him. I'm like, this is so disrespectful. Like, it is so... Tony tells us that, like, he had a drug problem. And in place of his drug problem, he now finds high when he is with women. And so he says he's addicted to women now. And he doesn't want to find a cure. I said, you know what? So that was pretty much it, okay? We cut to, what happens to them in the meantime and in between time. Angela and Tony are still planning their wedding. They are going to be on Life After Lockup. And it is going to be a mess, okay? This is just the beginning, so buckle up, boo, okay? Okay, so then we get to Lacey, John, and Shane, okay? Lacey goes to see her daddy at his nice little beach house or something. It was a nice little house right by the beach, okay? Lacey says that she has results of the paternity test, and she tells her daddy that she invited John over. And he's like, girl, for what? And she's like, because he wanted to see the kids, so I'm letting him see the kids. Okay, I said, okay, girl. So, John pulls up, okay. John he just comes down. They're at the beach, okay, and, I guess her dad had the kids for a little while. I guess her dad has the kids for half the time, and she has the kids for half the time, because every time these kids are never at her house, okay? So I'm like, girl, when do you have the kids, okay? But anyway, they had spent some time with their grandpa, so I said, okay. We see John walking down to the beach where they are, and the dad and John don't like each other, okay? So they just looking at each other like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Okay, and even the kids were apprehensive. The kids, they were like, hey, is that John? Hey, John. And like, she's like, go say hey to John. Go say hey to John. And they're like, hey, John. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Okay, they're apprehensive too. It's just awkward. Okay, he's awkward with the kids. Like, hey, buddy, what's up? How you doing? What's up? Hey. And so, the dad gets to talking with John, and the dad is like, You staying out of trouble, man? And he's like, yeah, I'm staying out of trouble. And it didn't seem like the conversation went left, but all of a sudden, um, he was like, the daddy asked like how he was doing or whatever, and John was like, "F you," and the daddy was like, "Well, come at me, man. What's up? What's up?" Okay, and Lacey's like, "Language, stop in front of the kids, okay?" And the kids is like, "Girl, we've heard worse. Okay, we've heard worse." And so, they, the daddy was like, "What's up? Like, I'm not scared of you. I don't like you, okay?" He was like, "You've been breastfeeding off of your parents for so long, okay?" And that gets John upset. And so Lacey basically pushes John away because she sees that they ready to fight. The daddy wasn't stepping down. John wasn't stepping down. So I said, "Okay, girl, get this man away from your daddy, okay?" She pushes like John away from her dad, and he says something disrespectful to her dad, and she like slaps him in the face because y'all know Lacey likes to put her hands on people, okay? And I'm like, girl, you need to keep your hands to yourself, okay? But anyways, so he's like, you smack me again, I'm gonna knock the F out of you, B, okay? And she says, what'd you say? Don't ever say that to me again, okay? She gets upset, and she's like, come here, kids. And she like lets John walk away by himself. And she's like, you know what? She wanted John to come there so that she could open the paternity test results there with him. But she was like, I'm done with him. I'm done with him, and he's never been this disrespectful to me before. I'm sure the daddy would say otherwise, girl. But she acts like she's done. She walks the kids up to the house. She's like, John, you can go and do whatever you want to do, okay? So that was that. Next, we see Lacey. Lacey goes back home. She walks in the door. She walks into her home with her and Shane, and she walks in there and she acts all mad. She's like, "Hey." He's like, Shane's like, "What's wrong, girl?" She's like, "I'm pissed." "Why are you pissed, girl? What happened?" "Okay, I was over there with my dad, and John, he pulled up, and he's like, he tries to fight my dad, like, for no reason." And I'm like, "Oh my god." And I'm like, "Don't, like, I'm gonna smack the F out of you." And he's like, "You smack me again, I'm gonna smack the F out of you." And I'm like, "What's up, man? What's up?" Okay. And Shane is like, "Oh my gosh, he tried to hit you and your daddy?" That man, oh my gosh, he is ridiculous. He is so ridiculous, okay? He calls John despicable. Okay, I said, he's despicable, right, Shane? Shane is like, yes, John is despicable. I said, okay, girl. So, yeah, he says, Shane was like, "Girl, why didn't you call me?" Okay. And she was like, "Well, I didn't want you to know that I was letting John see the kids, okay? I only called him over there to see the results of the paternity test. So, I mean, I didn't open it up with him, so." And Shane was like, "Well, I could go over there and I could talk to him or whatever." And, I was like, "Shane, you don't want to go over there and talk to that man because you're going to go back to jail, and that's not what you want to do, baby, okay? So just relax, okay? Let her stop putting her hands on people, okay?" So, she's like, "No, don't go over there. It's not worth it, okay?" And so he's like, Shane tells Lacey, he's like, "You know what? No matter what the paternity test results turn out to be, like, I'm always going to be there for your kids. We're getting married. I'm going to, they're going to be my stepkids. And, like, I'm going to love them like they're my own." And Lacey's like, "Aw, that is so sweet." I said, "You know what? I'm done, okay? I'm done. I'm done with these lips and this whole kissing situation. Y'all always do with TV. I've had enough of it, okay?" And so, yeah, so she's like, "Let's open the results of the test, okay?" And so they get to the table, and Shane is like, "Open them up, girl, what's up?" And she's like, hold on, I'm nervous too, hold on, okay. And so they open it up, and she's like, there's a 0.000% chance he is for John, okay. And they get celebrating, they get to, woo woo, I can't believe John's out of our lives for good, woo 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 woo. Okay, so they're celebrating, all right. And so she's like, "Let's toast to the good life," okay. And so They in there drinking and whatnot. Okay. They're happy because they're like, we're finally done with John. Okay. So the next episode, they are getting married already. I said, wait, where is the time frame between these two scenes? Because this is fast, okay? Maybe it was a couple of weeks or something. But they got married super fast, okay? And it was on the beach. It looked like a nice, really nice ceremony. Um, we see Lacey talking to her friend, and her friend is like, "Girl, you getting cold feet?" And she's like, "No, I've been ever since I saw Shane coming out of those prison gates. I was in love, and I fell in love, and I'm so ready for this." I said, "Okay, girl." So, so then we cut to Shane, and Shane is with his boys. He's got his best men with him, and he got her dad, and they're like talking, and they look nice, and they're like, what if John pulls up, And the daddy was like, what if he does pull up? Like, what y'all gonna do? And the best men are like, I wish he would. And that's, these are some real hitters right here. Hopefully John don't pull up because I'm scared of them. I'm scared of the best men, okay? So, yeah. The next scene we have Lacey. She decides to call John on the day of her wedding day. I'm like, girl, I don't trust Lacey. I do not trust Lacey. So she calls him, and she basically calls him to tell him that, the paternity test results were negative. And she tells him sorry because, she says that he wanted to be in her life, anyway, because he's obsessed with her. And, he does look like he is upset. And, he's like, I want to be a part of Marlo's life, and she's like, well, I'm about to get walked down the aisle, so, and I'm on my wedding day, so, how do you feel about that? And he's like, like, you making a mistake. And she's like, I gotta go, bye. so, the producers asked John if he is gonna pull up to the wedding. And he's like, yeah, I'll pull up to the wedding. I don't want her to get, married. And I wanted that to be me with her and everything. And I wanted us to have a happy life, but we not. So he says he's going to pull up, okay? So we get the commercial break scene. It was disgusting. I wanted to just close my eyes during the whole part, but it was so short. I caught everything, y'all. It was disgusting. Let's move on from that commercial break scene, okay? So the next thing we got, they starting the ceremony. The dad is walking her down the aisle. He's looking so happy. He was just so happy. He was just, you can tell he was full of joy, okay, walking his daughter down the aisle. You can tell he really loves his daughter, okay. They have written their own vows. And so Shane is up there. He's like, ever since I saw you when the prison gates had opened up and I was free, I knew you was an angel, and I want to marry you. And she's like, ever since we started writing letters together, I knew that you were going to be for me, and I love you, and I always choose you, and I always want to choose you, and I love you, okay? And so he's like, you can kiss, she's like the officiant, she's like, you can kiss the bride, and they're like, oh, I said, girl, y'all don't have to zoom in on this. We could have skipped the kissing part because y'all know they is just ridiculous with it, okay? So we see John riding in his car. We think he gonna pull up. He didn't pull up, okay? He's like, look, I can't pull up because I don't want to go back to jail, okay? And I was like, good choice, okay? These ex-cons are making really good choices because they don't want to go back to jail, okay? Except Alex. Alex went back, okay? But they're all like, nah, I don't want to go back to jail like that, okay? So we see the end of their, scene is that they are still happily married and they are working on expanding their family, okay? So that means they may or may not mean that they're pregnant. I don't know. Like, if y'all know something, let me know in the comments. But from what I know, they just say that they're expanding their family, okay? And John thinks that he still has hope, which I would too, because he knows Lacey. Okay, so he knows that he still has a chance with her. And they're going to be on Life After Lockup, so we're going to see what's going to happen, okay? So next we cut to Cheryl and Josh, okay? This was crazy, okay? So Cheryl's sister is leaving, okay? Cheryl is like, can you stay for a couple more days? And Cheryl's sister is like, no, okay, I'm not staying for a couple of days. Like, this was a mess. This was enough for me, okay? And so Cheryl says she feels bad because, her sister and her, like, are leaving on bad terms. Okay. And she's like, girl, bye. Okay. So the next scene, we get Josh is having breakfast with his mama. He wants to tell his mama that, that Cheryl deserves a good man. And she deserves a man that's going to propose to her. So he's like, I'm thinking about proposing to her. And mama's like, you are so stupid. You are stupid, okay? Mama's like, yeah, she takes care of him monetarily, and she's been down with him since he was in prison, but she's like, I don't like her personality, and she's lazy. I was like, the girl is not lazy, okay? But you just don't like her. That's all it is. And you think that, she's taking your man or something like that, girl, which, okay, girl. But obviously, Cheryl, his mama don't like Cheryl. So then we cut to another scene. We got, he wants to take Cheryl to go see this castle, okay, which could possibly be an option for their wedding, okay. So they get to the castle, and Cheryl hates it. Okay, the castle, it didn't look like a really bad place, but she was like, my sister got married at a castle, and her castle was bigger than this. It was beautiful, okay, and they had like 500 people, and it was just gorgeous. But this is small, and this isn't cute. Matter of fact, I hate it, okay. And she was getting on Josh's nerves, and Josh decided to be evil at this point, okay. He was like, you know what, talking to the wedding staff people, he's like, you know what, like, I'll bring my next chick in here and we can get married here because she doing the most, okay. And he was like, you know what, I was thinking about proposing to her, but that's not gonna happen this time, okay. I said, wow, she's standing right there. Josh, she's standing right there, Josh, okay. And he's like, you know what, you could leave. And so she's like, okay. I mean, I just didn't like it, but okay. So she walks down there, and they're both cursing each other out and whatnot. And I was like, this is bad, okay. So he got really offended because she didn't like it, okay. He was like, today either I was going to propose to her or we were going to break up, and no in between. So we broke up, so that's it, okay. And he's like, that dragon statue looks nice, why not just take a picture with it? And so he is just having a good time taking a picture with this dragon statue. I said, girl, he don't care. He don't really care about that girl, okay. So then she gets down to her car, okay, and she's like still talking to the camera. She's like, y'all can take your cameras out of my car because I'm leaving, okay. She gets down there, she's smoking her little cigarette, and she's like, he said he was gonna propose to me, and he didn't even have a ring, okay. And the producers, being messy, okay, they were like, didn't you already have a wedding ring? And she was like, yeah, but I bought that ring, and I bought that $500 watch that's on his arm. I said, girl, $500? What are you doing? What are you doing? So I was like, Cheryl's not gonna learn her lesson. Josh says that they are done. They're just too opposite, but of course they're not done, okay. Cheryl is like, Bonnie and Clyde have, they have fought multiple times before, and they were still together, and they still died together. So I want that for me and Josh, okay. So so we see at the end of their scene, Cheryl went home to Texas, but her and Josh got back together. I said, okay, oh wow, okay, oh wow. That was it for them, okay? So then we cut to Amber and Vince. This gonna be short, y'all. Amber, she's going to go see Vince at the gym. She says that she's done with this whole thing. She doesn't want to be with Vince no more. Like, she was never with Vince. She doesn't want to keep this plan that her and Puppy and her mama have going. So she goes to the gym, and she's like, look, we need to talk, okay? And he's like, girl, you here to work out? Or like, what's up? And no, she's like, we need to talk, okay? This isn't working, and I need some time. And he's like, I can't, like, do you need time? Because, like, how much more time do you need to know that, if you want to, like, if you're at least attracted to me or not? Like, we could wait on the wedding, but, like, you act like you're not even attracted to me, girl. And she's like, I just need time. Like, this isn't working out. And he's like, we can, like, people fight all the time. Like, we can, like, work through this. And she's like, no, we can't. Like, we just need to stop this. And he was like, well, do you want, like, zero communication? And she's like, yes, I want zero communication, okay? And so that's basically it. They break up in the gym. And she's like, she doesn't tell him about the plan that her and her mama and Puppy had, because she says that he was lying about his situation. And I was like, girl, I just don't see what he would have gotten out of like being with people who were in prison. Like it would have just cost him money. Like I don't see his like what she is saying about him being not who he says he would. Like she was saying that he wasn't in the Navy or something like that. And I was like, okay, girl, but what y'all had going on was a lot worse. Y'all was trying to scam that man, okay? So she doesn't tell him about the plan. She just says it's not working out, okay? So that's pretty much it. So she tells him to leave. He leaves. She calls. The next scene we got, Puppy calls her, and Amber's like, I broke up with Vince. Point blank in the period, okay? So Puppy takes the news well. She's like, okay, girl, like, what about our future? And she's like, girl, I couldn't do it. Whenever y'all get out, we just gonna work and we're gonna create our own future, okay? So Puppy's like, okay, girl, like, what about I want to know about how my daddy's doing, because I got adopted. And I said, Puppy, you know what? So Puppy is just saying jokes, girl. And so, Amber says that Puppy will always be her wife. No matter who she's with, Puppy will be her wife. We know what the game is, Amber and Puppy. Stop playing with us, okay? We are not Vincent, okay? Stop it. Okay, so at the end of their scene, they tell us that Amber has been working at a restaurant. She is still staying with Puppy's mom. And Puppy and Amber's mom will be getting out soon. Okay, so then we get to Vincent, okay? They say Vincent has been speaking to a girl who lives in the Philippines, okay? And they are planning to meet in person soon. So y'all know what that means. They're going to be on 90 Day Fiancé, okay? So we're going to see Vincent on 90 Day Fiancé, okay? He's going to be going to the Philippines. Vincent said he is going to be on TV, okay? He's going to keep being on TV, and this is his way, okay? So I said, okay, girl. So we're going to expect to see Vincent on our screens very soon, okay? So then we get to the last couple, Lizzy and Daniel, okay? Lizzy is shopping for some wedding dresses, looking at some wedding dresses with her mom and her friend, okay? The prices are high for the wedding dresses out of their price range. The friend her friend is like, girl, is Daniel helping to pay for the wedding at all? And Lizzy's like, no, I'm paying for it. I can handle it. Lizzy tells us that Daniel has a full-time job now, but he hasn't been saving any money for the wedding. And I was like, girl, because that means he don't want to get married, girl. So, her friend was like, y'all moving way too fast. Like, why you want to get married so soon? Like, what is going on? Like, this is stupid, okay? And Lizzy was like, you know what? Like, I can handle all of this. Her mom is like, yeah, you can handle it. You got it. I was like, okay, mama. The next thing we got Daniel. He's working on cars with his friend. He tells us that he has a job as a mechanic. And so in his spare time, he likes working on cars and stuff like that. He says if he wasn't working on cars, he'd be back in the county jail, okay? So, they are putting a shopping cart on a car. Okay, I said, what is going on, okay? He says that Lizzy is getting on his nerves with all this wedding talk. It's just too much for him, okay? So the next thing we see them riding in the car. Him and his friend are going to his aunt's house because he is going to buy one of his aunt's cars for $7,500, okay? And he has been saving money for it, and so he has the down payments and everything for it, so that's what he's going to do. And so he tells his friend, like, don't tell Lizzy about this, okay? Because she thinks I'm trying to save money. She thinks, like, she don't want me to be spending my money on, like, a car for some reason, okay? To get to and from work. And his friend was like, well, don't you think you should be putting this money toward the wedding? And he was like, the wedding is not my priority right now. I'm trying to stay out of jail. I'm trying to get my life together. And I want to buy a car so I can, get to and from work. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense, Lizzy. Like, Lizzy is way too gung-ho on this wedding and not really helping this, and not, like, letting Daniel get back on his feet, okay? So I was like, I'm with you, Daniel, okay? So they get to his aunt's house, and we see this is the aunt that he stole a crossbow from, okay? So we already know that she ain't playing with him, okay? So she, they get to the house, she opens the door, and she's like, hey, Oh, it's you. Okay. So he's like, yeah, we come, me and my friend, we came to look at the car to see how the car is or whatever. And so she brings him in the back, and they show us the car. It's a nice little car. Um, she's like, like, do you have the down? Is $7,500 gonna be enough? And do you have the down payment for this car? Because you know I'm not playing with you because you stole our crossbow. Okay, I said this must have been a really expensive crossbows. I don't know how much money crossbows are, but he shouldn't have stole that crossbow from his auntie because she's never gonna let this down. Okay, so I mean, I wouldn't either if he stole from me. I have nothing like. I'm not mad with her, but Daniel better be on his P's and Q's, okay? So she's like, I have this agreement. You want to sign this agreement, okay? It says that you owe $2,000 now, and you gonna work out the payments with the bank. And if you don't do this, I'm gonna take you back to the jail, and I'm gonna take you to court. Okay, stop playing with me, okay? I said, Auntie was not playing with him, okay? So he was like, yes, Auntie, like, I'm gonna do right or whatever, okay. And so he says, whatever Lizzy thinks, if Lizzy doesn't support him, then she's not the woman for him because he wants to get his life together, and this is a part of it, okay. So the next thing we got, Lizzy comes to pick up Daniel, and she sees the car. And she's like, so what is this? And he's like, well, I bought a car. And he told her it was for $7,500. She gets mad. She's like, so you have money for this, but you don't have money for our wedding? And he's like, well, like I wanted the car, and like you shouldn't be mad because I need a car. And she's like, so the wedding isn't like important to you? And he's like, well, if you don't want to support me, then you shouldn't be with me. And she was like, okay, well then that's fine. So yeah, he says they basically break up. Okay, that was pretty much it. He says that you can leave, you can go, but like, can I have that ring back? Okay, and she's like, you know what, your mama bought this ring, so if your mama wants the ring back, then tell her to come ask me for the ring back, because I'm not giving the ring back. Okay, I said, okay, girl. So we see her walk away. She's upset. She goes across the street to talk to the cameras to do her little on-camera interview. And all of a sudden, we see Daniel's mama coming. She's stomping. I said, oh, girl, okay, this is not going to be good. So she comes up there, and she's like, give me my ring back, okay? And Lizzy's like, I ain't giving you nothing back, okay? No, okay? And so she's like, give me my ring back. And she's like, I ain't giving you this ring back. Take me to court, girl. Like, this was a gift. And I mean, I think that she's right. I don't know, because the mama gave the ring to Daniel, and then Daniel gave the ring to her. So does that still count as like a gift? I don't know. But she was like, girl, take me to court. We're going to figure it out in court, okay? And so the mom was like, go, okay, whatever. Like, go be alcoholic. Like, get out of here. You're not even good for my son, okay? And so that triggers Lizzy. Lizzy throws a rock at this woman. I was like, Lizzy, if that rock would have connected, that would have been on camera assault, girl, and she could have brought charges on you. You're not smart, okay? So I was like, that was a stupid thing to do. But anyway, the rock didn't connect. They calling each other curse words. They cursing back and forth at each other. Because they don't like each other. And Lizzy was saying it was a blessing because she never liked his mama. And so it's good riddance to both of them, or deuces, okay? So that's pretty much it. Daniel's mama was happy because, she didn't think that Lizzy was good enough for her son. I said, okay, girl, I don't care. So then we get the end of the scene, and we see that Lizzy, they tell us Lizzy will graduate in 4 years, so great job, Lizzy, okay? They said this girl still got the ring, okay? I said, okay, I mean, this her ring now. So what do y'all want her to do, okay? What do y'all want her to do? So then they tell us that Daniel has a new girlfriend, and his mama loves her. I say, y'all are so petty for this, okay? I think that was the last couple. Yeah, that was the last couple, y'all. So that was the whole finale. It gave me everything I needed, okay? Everything. I love After Lockup, y'all. Love After Lockup is just so good, okay? Tell me what y'all thought of it in the comments below. Did y'all like this finale? Was it worth the 2 hours? Give me a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to this channel, because we will be bringing in more of this Life After Lockup, 90 Day Fiance. And let me know if y'all have any other shows that y'all would want me to review. Go ahead and just put it in the comments down below so I can see what you guys are thinking. But yeah, hit the bell so you get notified when I post these videos, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.